Yeah, you look really cranky. I guess I'll have to call you with the cat. I'll call you later on Skype, and I'll have the cat, and me and the cat can talk to you and make you feel better.
Everything is going to shit. I was supposed to go to work on Saturday, but yeah, my battery went off on this thing, on the mobile phone thing, and I didn't hear the alarm, so I didn't go to work, and it was an important meeting, so I'm probably pretty much fucked. I closed my phone for the day just so I wouldn't hear from them, and then there's
Thank
thank
you,
God,
annoying
what was he
fucktard.
doing?
Yeah, well, I heard you. I saw you commenting on David's message boardy thing there, saying that, oh, David, you were talking to him late that night, and that's why you missed the phone call because we overslept because of David talking about game theory or something. He's another game
Oh
guy, you
no,
know.
that
But he
that
doesn't,
wasn't.
he doesn't even play real games. He just plays like stupid talking games. Like, I just asteristed you, and asterisk means that a nuclear bomb blew up in your pants, and so you are fucking dead because I nuclear bombed you with an asterisk. I mean, he doesn't even play a real fucking game.
No, that was like days ago. The reason I stayed up on Friday was because I was watching horror movies with Bella, with that Swedish girl, and I just didn't wake up.
That's pretty cool. You can watch movies with somebody. I have to try that. Oh, could somebody kick Sir Jefferson so I don't have to bother? Well, I could probably do it with L, is he? Oh, he's gone already. I don't see him on my list anyway. Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, but I like Bella, but man, she's a little spooky. She is really erratic. I mean, she is all over the place. I mean, I don't know where she, I mean, what the fuck is she, brain fell into her elbow or something. Some days she's just, whoa. But, yeah, I like Bella. Alright, I asked somebody to kick you, and they didn't bother doing it, so now we have to deal with this stupid quail crap. I am being a quail. Aren't I a funny quail? Ah,
Also,
so
my
somebody's here. I
mother-in-law
saw Pyro.
will
That's
move
it. Pyro's
pretty
here.
soon in
Good.
this room.
I can argue with Pyro. He keeps making videos that are insane and fucktarded.
Did I get him?
But it was nice. He had his little girlfriend in the video, and they're talking philosophy, but it was really inane and insensible. Ah, there she is again. See? And what? Did you watch his stupid spirituality video? Did you watch that mush? Could you make any sense out of that at all? Was there like any English part in there that was actually about something real in the real world, or was it just complete fucking, I don't know, a brain hemorrhoid? Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, I like things to be a little bit connected to some kind of real concept. Just something in the real world that has to somehow connect to something that has something to do with something I am materially familiar with.
Not materially familiar with a sense of awe and wonder in certain kinds of experiences, having intense feelings of growth in your.
No, I'm just not familiar with those concepts as being having anything to do with a philosophical description of whether or not we have a soul or a, um, a non-material identity. So yeah, it doesn't go anywhere.
Well, I mean, think of it just as psychological because, as you know, I believe philosophy overlaps with psychology, all the subject matter, but you do it from the individual's point of view as opposed to other people and talking about psychology. So consider it just a psychological thing. I mean, I don't know anything more than that we have spiritual experiences for some, bioevolutionary reason. And that's, but we do have them, and they're playing some role in our thinking. So that's why it's philosophical.
But it's not. It's like saying that somehow deja vu is a philosophical phenomenon. No, it's a fucktarded psychology. It's an illusion of our inability to linearly control perception. So yeah, stuff gets overlapped, and we get sensations associated with non-obvious connections. But I mean, yeah, it's analyzing the psychology, and if you did that, if you pointed out that we're just going to analyze our psychology, but obviously the word spirit doesn't mean anything in this conversation. It just means what is our brain, what fantasies is it capable of manifesting. But you're not talking about it as if it's a fantasy or an element of psychology. You're talking about it as if it's a reality.
Well, okay, that's the thing. First of all, let's say deja vu. You definitely can study it, as you just said, from a psychological point of view. But let's just assume, not that we know, but that it's some sort of an error. It's a brain fart type thing. And you feel like you saw the future and all of this. Okay. Well, maybe spirituality is nothing but that as well, and that becomes a question. I mean, I don't think it is that. I think it's more like our other feelings, that seem intangible. Love and lust and even hunger. All of these things, we have feelings associated. We know there's physical reasons. I don't think that it's just like deja vu might be, or some psychological error, but we have to have spiritual experiences. We seek them out because this is how we grow and progress psychologically.
But that's not the point of philosophy. I mean, I guess you didn't see him at the video. I made a really good video today. It's on the website, but it's a really good video on why there's got to be a separation between philosophy and psychology. Because you can't mix these things. Because then our wants and our desires and all that crap's going to pervert the truth. And that's all you're doing here. You're perverting the truth to I'm too tired to think of the word, not acclimate, but placate, a word, a reverent word, an important word, this spirituality nonsense word and all the crap that's tied to it. But from any kind of real physicist perception, I mean, any kind of real look at the world, it's a nothing word. It's a word to describe that ignorance, built out of ignorance. It's not a word built out of intelligence.
So there's this la kind of part of spirituality that is what you want to reject. But that is an important part, because the spiritual experiences that we're mostly talking about, where you're feeling in tune, you're feeling connected with the biosphere and your environment and these things, we have to have that feeling. If we didn't have that feeling, we'd be even more petty than we are. This is how...
I'm not saying, but I know, but that's the whole point. The point of philosophy is not to be your therapist. That's psychology. So if you need to believe in phantoms in your brain and believe they mean something, that's okay. But don't preach it as philosophy. Preach it as a mechanism for keeping balance in your psychology. But don't play a game and say it has real philosophical merit, because it has none. As you said, it's a brain fart. It is not a real thing. It's an illusion of our psychology.
Take that then, because I think that philosophy is just psychology from the inside. In psychology is a science, or an attempted science. You look at how people behave, how other people behave, and you write it down the numbers and you measure other people behave. In philosophy, you're the one behaving. That's the difference. So feelings and all of that are in it. I think if you try to pretend to put feelings out of your philosophy, you're just lying to yourself and everybody else. On the other hand, I do isolate.
You got it completely backwards. Obviously, this is why we can't have a rational conversation, because you have it exactly backwards. It is the job of philosophy to reduce the psychology.